Welcome everyone to today's session on incorporating design patterns as part of our low-level design course. This is day 53 of our journey, and today we are going to explore the practical application of design patterns. Design patterns are proven solutions to common design problems, and when implemented correctly, they can transform your systems into well-structured, maintainable, and scalable solutions. Over the next few minutes, we will dive into how to effectively use these patterns in your projects to make your designs better. So let's get started. Design patterns are much more than just abstract concepts. They are essential tools that allow you to build systems with a high level of reusability, modularity, and flexibility. They provide standard solutions to recurring problems you might encounter during system design. Think of them as blueprints or templates that have been tried and tested in the real world. By using design patterns, you are ensuring that your design is not only easier to understand, but also more scalable, flexible, and robust. This is crucial, especially in complex systems, where each change you make has far-reaching consequences. Remember, the key takeaway here is to use patterns when they genuinely solve a problem or enhance your design, not just to follow trends. Misusing patterns can overcomplicate your design and reduce its readability. Now that we understand why design patterns are so valuable, let's see how we can apply them to your capstone projects. The first step is to closely examine the requirements of your project, understand its core features, objectives, and the challenges it might face. Once you have done that, you can map those challenges to the right design patterns. For example, if you need flexibility in how objects are created, the factory pattern is a good choice. If you are dealing with a global state that should be shared across your application, the singleton pattern will help you manage that state. For dynamic behavior changes, the strategy pattern offers an elegant solution. Additionally, if you need a mediator to coordinate communication between objects, the mediator pattern can centralize that logic. By matching your project's needs to the right patterns, you are creating a more structured and maintainable design. Now let's move to a hands-on exercise that will give you a chance to apply what we have just learned. Take a moment to review your capstone project and focus on identifying the modules where you can integrate design patterns. Look for specific challenges in your system. Maybe it's how objects are created, how different modules communicate, or how you handle state management. Once you have identified those challenges, think about which design pattern would be best address each one. For example, would a factory be useful for object creation? Would the observer pattern help manage communication between modules? Write down your thoughts, identify the patterns you think will be beneficial, explain why you choose them, and consider the benefits they will bring to your design. This exercise is designed to help you understand how to practically apply design patterns in your own work. While design patterns are powerful tools, they are not always the right solution. There are several common pitfalls you must be aware of to avoid over-engineering your design. First, over-engineering happens when you try to implement a pattern where it's unnecessary. Not every problem needs a complex pattern. Sometimes simple solutions work best. Second, there's the danger of pattern soup, which occurs when too many patterns are used in the same project, making the design complicated and hard to follow. Third, misuse is another risk. A pattern should solve a problem or improve your design, not create confusion. If you misuse patterns, they can introduce unnecessary complexity instead of providing clarity. Finally, always remember that the goal is to enhance readability and maintainability. If a pattern makes your code harder to understand, it defeats the purpose. Use patterns wisely and only when they truly help simplify your design. Now that we have discussed the theory, it's time to apply what we have learned in a more interactive way. In this group discussion, you will split into small teams. Each group will select a module from your capstone project and identify which design patterns can be used to improve that module. Once you have made your selections, prepare a brief presentation for the rest of the class. In your presentation, describe the problem your module is solving, the patterns you have chosen, and why you believe those patterns are the best fit. This exercise will help you practice identifying and implementing design patterns in real world scenarios, and it will also give you the chance to receive feedback from your peers. For your homework, I want you to take what you have learned today and apply it to your capstone project. Start by integrating at least 2 or 3 design patterns that you believe will improve the design of your system. Once you have done that, update your UML diagrams, whether they are class diagrams, sequence diagrams, or any other relevant diagrams, so that they reflect the integration of these patterns. Afterward, I would like you to prepare a design pattern summary sheet. In this sheet, you will list each pattern you have applied, where it's used in your system, why you choose it, and the benefits you have observed so far. This exercise will help you gain hands-on experience with design patterns and better understand how they improve the overall architecture of your system. To deepen your understanding of design patterns, I recommend a few resources that can help you continue learning. First, Head First Design Patterns is a highly approachable book that provides design patterns with lots of examples and visuals, making it perfect for beginners. Another great resource is Design Patterns Elements of Reusable Object Oriented Software. This is the foundational book on design patterns written by the Gang of Four. It's an essential read for anyone serious about understanding patterns at a deeper level. Additionally, online resources like GitHub repositories are a great place to see how design patterns are used in real-world projects. Lastly, decision trees and pattern catalogs can be incredibly useful tools to help you decide which pattern fits the problem you are facing. As we wrap up today's session, let's reflect on the key takeaways. Design patterns are valuable tools that can help simplify complex systems, but they need to be applied thoughtfully. Always choose patterns that solve real problems in your design and ensure that they enhance the clarity, flexibility, and maintainability of your system. As you work on your capstone projects, keep reviewing your designs to identify opportunities to apply these patterns. With the right use of design patterns, you will build systems that are easier to maintain, more scalable, and more robust. Thank you for your attention today. I look forward to seeing you how you apply this concept in your work.